Bob Hanson, review of sewer capacity determination requirements. We kinda hit that heavy last time.
Yeah, nothing's changed since our last meeting.
Good.
In fact, I'm not looking at it anymore, past where we.
We
where we
passed
thought.
number 8, which was approve edits to standards.
Sorry.
But actually, we need to pass that one because I had
Okay,
sent it
yes.
over to the Bobs on Monday, and then Bob asked, he says, well, there's still a little bit of discussion on what part?
Well, it's the sewer, because we wanna get sewer standards for our lift stations, because you got, you already see worse when they have to go to somebody's house, they bring 4 pumps with them, not knowing which one it is. We wanna be able to standardize things in the future so that it's easier for us and everybody else to,
Sure.
for maintenance.
Yeah, and he says, do you wanna approve the edits now, and then we come back and edit more later? I said, no, I don't, don't wanna do that. So, do you guys have a
Do you
date
have
that we could
those?
work for? Maybe we could do a special
Don't we
meeting?
wanna add in requirements for individuals?
That's what we're, but yeah, see, it really, right, what it addresses right now is the commercial, but really what we need is the individual ones,
Yes.
because you've got both of them in there. So we need to do both commercial and
The
residential.
commercial, the information that's there looks pretty good.
Yeah, the commercial, but we need to apply it to residential, because we're responsible for those things.
So is this a you guys thing, or is there something you need from us?
I can use all the time you can give me, Jesse, you can
Right.
do lots of me right now. That's
I'm
all,
here
that's
till
all.
You have so much
Right.
time. You have so much time.
11 o'clock?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know, when I think about this, perhaps we're in the position right now to go ahead with the development, the commercial side, so that we can give it to Lakestone, is that correct?
Well, except they're doing residential on the sewer, they're gonna need
So
sewer
then-
lift stations, they're gonna need that
Yeah.
residential.
Yeah, you're right.
area, So,
There's gonna be a bunch of it there.
yeah, I think so too.
Well, I'm wondering, we need to get them something, because we're gonna send them the well-served letter.
Or at least a date of when we can, which is why I'm kind
Yeah.
of being annoying and pushy.
As long as you comply with our requirements as we see at that time.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's fine. I think I would just send them what we have now, Jesse, and say, we are in the process of developing, extending these for residential, and as soon as that is done,
Sewer residential.
we will get that to you. So you think we've done the water? Is it, you
Yeah, I
know,
thought the water, it was mostly sewer, it's pages 15 to 17, I think the water, we pretty much got it done.
pretty much got
We
it?
just need to add on
Right.
Yeah.
page 18 and 19 and 20 probably. In fact, I can go over, you and I, maybe Bob and I can get together and go over some of that, because I've got some
Yeah.
residential system requirements for another system that
Yes.
are pretty straight.
That would,
Good.
that would help.
So then you guys do want me to send what I put
Yeah.
in the packet? Okay, so let's get a
Yeah.
formal motion to approve the edits I've made to date.
And I was gonna tell you, on the one I got, it didn't show what the edits were. It just had amendments.
Yeah, I didn't do the markup one,
But we have it.
but we have Bob's email and the original, and then the Bob's emails, which, you like the Bob's?
It's kinda hard to.
The string this long, where did
Yeah.
it start, where did it end?
It's kinda hard to put it up to approve when we don't know
Right.
what we're approving.
Right.
Well, yeah, I sent out the final document, but the one that I was sent over before I did any edits had all of your strike-throughs still. And then Bob's was a couple of words, so, but I can do that. I mean, that means we have nothing to approve today.
Well,
But the original one that was sent out showed all of Bob's
do you have that
strike-throughs.
markup?
You sent out a correction on that.
Yeah,
They included all that stuff, and that could be approved.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you have that, Jesse,
That one's
that's
already
fine.
the one that's been approved, though. That was,
I'm thinking of the one that you made all the corrections to Bob's and my comments on.
yeah,
various
well,
things.
but she's saying she wants to see the strike-throughs on it instead of a
Oh.
final document.
Well, or just, if there's some way we can look at it, cause,
Yeah, this was right before we revised it, and it, had, cause your edits that you sent me, Bob Hanson, I don't know if you were looking at an old document, but the one that we had already approved had, cause you suggested adding these things at the bottom, and that one was already approved. And that was the one that we were working off of. So the only edits that I had to do were the couple of wording
Some minor
suggestions
things.
from
Okay,
Bob
good.
Kuczynski,
Okay,
which is why I didn't do the straight.
and the ADAPA
But yeah,
petitions, okay,
so then I sent out in the board meeting material packet the final
okay,
version of what that looked like with
Good.
Bob's couple of words and sentences. So that one would be the one.
so do you wanna make a motion to go ahead and approve, the new standards and specifications as presented?
Standards for public works construction.
For Lakestone?
No,
No,
the
just-
standards for public works construction,
Yeah.
document.
All right, I so move.
I'll second.
Call for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Old business, number 2, new easement for water mainline line kiln to Cape Horn Road. Kyle touched on that. We initially were trying to make it work with just getting one property owner to give us an easement, but as we got into it, our objective, because of the property owners, was to keep it on that road. And unfortunately, when we got down to the bottom line and found all the stakes and drew it out, on the south end, it was completely off the road. So, as Ted knows, we've got to contact Fredericks, who we do have an easement for the booster station, but we're going to have to get additional easement from them for where the lines are. And at the same time, the sewer line runs up through their property and we don't have anything, so we can kind of do them together.
And if we can possibly run a 10-foot easement that is what is kind of stated, and we do have lines, the actual lines actually running up there, and they are somewhat off the easement. And,
Yeah, we have to correct it.
yeah,
We have to correct it.
but as long as we're not changing the face of the property, would be an advantage, and
Yeah,
and I'm sure that they would, the parties would be in favor of that, because they're in favor of what's happening now.
Yeah.
And if we need another 5 feet during construction, then possibly that would be a forgiven factor.
Kyle, are you still there?
He's muted.
I'm still here. I am.
Yeah, did you hear what we said? I know Ted's wondering, and I looked at the latest color-coded map that I had Ben send
Yeah.
me, and I'm not quite clear. I guess my feeling is we need to make that thing as wide as we can and stay within the road.
Sure.
And it appeared to me, I mean, the road is about 15 feet.
Yeah, well, it's at
So-
least 15 feet.
So can't we make that wider so that we're not gonna run into problems when we're constructing? Instead of maybe having to get a construction agreement?
Just maybe have a variance that we don't need it to actually have the pipes going anywhere but the 10 feet, but we may need a little bit of construction.
Yeah, we've gotta be able to work on
And-
that
and-
easement, within the
yeah.
boundaries of the
And just-
easement, yeah.
Could we make it a temporary thing?
Well, that's a construction agreement. I hate to do that because 5 years down the road, if somebody has to do something and then they have to go back and start, and who knows who's gonna own the property then, you know? I'd rather try and do it right now and not have to keep going back.
How big of an easement are you looking at?
Well, Kyle's looking at it, but I think the last thing I saw, it was like only 11 feet, Kyle, in some places, and it's, Ben got it to me, it would be an email and a
Yeah,
map.
I've got that
You
email
got it,
up right
okay.
now. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
That'd be
So-
barely, Kyle, that'd be barely enough, cause we have to maintain that separation between that 10-foot separation between the water and sewer.
Yeah, and they've got that in there, but
And that's in there now.
Grandfather?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got